Well, for this year, I pretty much just focused on riding and getting a lot faster, working on that kind of thing, and went over to Europe and just training in the sand and got a lot stronger and faster and felt really good this year going into the season. But I raced the first couple women's GPs and in Portugal, ended up going down and snapping my wrist 2 weeks before Glen Helen. So I've been sitting on the sidelines, but I don't know, I figured I had a good run, about 4 years without an injury, so I can't complain there. It's just a bummer that it happened. If it could have happened in the off season, I'd be healthy and out there, but it happened right before the season started, and looks like hopefully I'll make it back for X Games and the last couple WMA races. Yeah, for this year I just kind of did what I wanted to do. Went with the people I wanted. I got on the program with Troy Lee Designs, and they have some new women's gear coming out next year. So I got on board with that. Hopefully help them develop it and put out the best women's gear on the market. I think, you know, they have a good mindset for it and they're ready to get into it. It's a good time with the women's racing. I think it's getting a lot more coverage, and you know, there's a lot more demand for high-end women's gear, and I think myself and Troy Lee Designs, we're gonna put some of the best stuff out there, I think. I think that's awesome. It's definitely a step up to be included in the program every weekend. You know, everybody's complaining about the times and this and that, and yeah, it's a bummer, but at the same time, they could have scrapped us completely. So, I mean, it's a step up that we're in the program and we're getting on television, on Versus, I think it is, and yeah, I can only see it getting better from here, hopefully. No, I've been watching. You know, they were showing the first motos online there for a couple weeks, and I was watching, but honestly, I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. But, you know, it's different when you're watching on TV than when you're out there. But I was racing with Ashley, you know, the first 2 rounds, and yeah, she was riding well, but it doesn't even look like she's riding as hard as she was in Europe. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get out there and put it to them. Yeah, the women in Europe, it's definitely like the series has stepped up a couple levels from here, I think. They get an hour live show on Sunday every race, and that's a huge deal right there. But yeah, I don't, that's pretty good. But I actually was thinking about it, and I figure like there's more top level riders over there, but it's also more riders that have been given the opportunity to be on factory teams, I think, and with that they get to test and go out and ride with with their teammates that are on the factory team, so they have a lot more riding on it. Whereas in the U.S., you know, the girls haven't been given that opportunity, with the exception of Ashley, who got the ride with Red Bull Honda Racing, but the other girls are just it's just on their own back what they want to do, and when they go out, it's just up to them if they want to push it or just go back to the pits without, giving it their best. But in Europe, they got to go back to their team managers and their bosses and have something to show for it, and I think it motivates them a little bit more, and I think the level of racing is a little bit higher over there, but at the same time, the top speed, I think, is about the same. My X Games, my comeback race, and my only salvation for the whole season, I think. It's all I really have to go out and show myself, I think. Yeah, it was the biggest win of my career. It goes up there with some of the Nations racing and winning Loretta's and things like that, but overall it was the biggest win, I think, and part of that was because there was always the debate who would be the best Supercross rider if women started riding, and I was mentioned here and there, but there were a lot of other girls mentioned too, and it was just cool to go out there and stake claim as the best women's Supercross rider right now. And hopefully I can go out this year and step it up. I know the girls are going to be working a lot harder because we know what to expect, and hopefully I can get out there and do it again this year. Yeah, I picked up a trainer by the name of David Knight. You know, I heard Patterson got Ryan Hughes, so I went for the best off-road racer, not just the wannabe off-road racer. Just trying to get it better. I was over in the Isle of Man for the TT races, and I think road racers are nuts. That's pretty crazy, the open road race they have over there. And I don't know, just trying to get better. Doing a lot of walking up hills and mountains for cardio. And I don't know, not much you can do with a cast on. Well, hopefully I can win X Games and just, you know, be done with that at least. But just hit Southwick and Steel City and hopefully take the top step there. I think I can do it if I just get a good start. So that's what it comes down to. I think, actually, I'm going to petition for motocross to start in a grid like road racing based on your qualifying time. I think it'd be a whole different outcome. I don't know, I mean, I've gone out and, you know, been the first girl to race it, first girl to qualify for the main race, and I don't know, I mean, it's fun to race and all, but I don't think I'm at the level to be competitive in it yet, and I'd really like to just, you know, if they asked me to do it again, I'd be honored and I'd go do it again, but at the same time, I kind of want to go out next time and be able to actually put in a good position and be in the running for something, you know. I don't know if you know, but that's what I'm thinking. Are we done here? I need a Red Bull.